Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about zodiac signs and how they dress in fashion. Well, I'm going to go through all 12 signs starting with Aries and then, last but not least, ending with Pisces. Now, first sign, Aries. Well, we know that Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, it's about leadership, and they also like to stand out, similar to Leo. Aries may choose some kind of bright colors or maybe tighter clothing than average just to maybe stand out. And another thing with Aries is that on the other side of the coin, sometimes due to their impatience, they might choose to put something on that's really fast, and it's not about taking all kinds of time to get dressed. I mean, for example, maybe an Aries woman might, she's in a hurry especially, might just throw on like a dress or something, and just something quick. And Aries male, sun, moon, or ascendant I'm talking about, by the way, in these descriptions. Aries male maybe just like can sometimes be casual because they might want to move fast and they're trying to get their dressing done very quick. So, you know, sometimes an Aries male might just put a t-shirt and pants on just for that reason, but they're likely to have colors that are going to stand out. Now, we look at now Taurus. Now, Taurus, I think, of any sign, epitomizes convention and conservatism in connection with dressing, because that is their nature in general. Taurus people, often I would see them with the t-shirt, the jeans, but Taurus can have very good taste in clothing because it is ruled by Venus. So at the same time, they might wear, they have the capability of wearing a nice shirt and jeans, but they might not always spend an exorbitant amount of money in doing so. Now, the next sign, Gemini. Well, Gemini is known for being somewhat fickle, mercurial, and changeable. So Gemini could wear many, is adaptable to many different kinds of outfits, and very rarely will you see a Gemini wear maybe the same thing or something similar maybe 2 days in a row, unless it's for protocol for a job or something. Now, Geminis may like incognito, and many Geminis may even like Halloween because they could dress up as somebody that they're not and put on a disguise. Geminis may often maybe like perhaps hat wear, or sometimes have a beard, other times not, just to change their appearance frequently, and wear many different types of clothing. So I could see Gemini being someone that likes to just dress in many different ways, have variety, because they disdain monotony. So the next sign, Cancer. Well, look at Cancer. I read in one book that Cancers can sometimes, or something about how clothing can become wrinkled or something, and I don't really understand it. I mean, I don't know if I really go with that or not, but that is from one source. But as far as in general for Cancers and how they dress, I would say something very traditional. It's similar to Taurus, but more maybe associated with a family tradition, or something that maybe their mother, not their mother, well, if a female, maybe their mother, and if it's a male, they might dress similarly to their father, kind of carrying on that ancestral tradition, so to speak. But I think it would be maybe somehow a blend with that, and even in conventional type dressing. Cancer is not the type of sign that I would see to be ostentatious, or somebody that wants to really stand out, because Cancer is an introverted sign, of course. Now, the next sign, Leo. Well, Leo, obviously, I see Leo as a sign, being flamboyant as they are. They do like to stand out. The main difference between Leo and Aries this way, I think Leo almost automatically will get attention because they're so magnetic and charismatic, and Aries just has that strong desire for it and can get it, but has to work a little more for it. Now, Leo may like to dress in a flamboyant way or wear bright, vibrant colors that stand out. If it's a Leo male or woman that's in good physical shape and buffed, they may like to wear tank tops to show off their physique and muscularity, because this is the sign that's about being showy. So that is something to look for with Leos. Leos want to stand out in the crowd, and they usually don't have much trouble in doing so. Now the next sign, Virgo. Well, Virgo, being an earth sign like Taurus, is very pragmatic and practical, and Virgo, I see them as being very prudent, very meticulous in dress and how they dress and their appearance. It's the kind of sign you would say not a hair out of place, because they're just so punctilious with details and just in really about every facet or aspect of their lives. So this is a sign that I see somewhat very conventional, but very neat and scrupulous at the same time. This is somebody, if assuming the Virgo has some kind of steady employment, that is constantly wants to make sure that they're very neat and clean in how they dress and as far as their appearance goes. Now, Libra. When I look at Libra, I see a sign that really can be fashion conscious and really knows how to look attractive. And Libra can wear anything from any conventional type of outfit, something from yesteryear, something that's very new and modern and contemporary, and they find a way to look good. They just instinctively, I think, know what to wear and how to look attractive, and they're really they wear things often according to the fashion trend, I believe, for that time, and they know how to look attractive. So they have good taste in clothes, I would say, and are fashion conscious. So now the next sign, Scorpio. Scorpio is a sign that's very mysterious and secretive. Scorpios, I believe, will like to wear sunglasses, maybe a hat that kind of covers maybe a good part of the top of the head, nearly covering maybe a little bit of their eyes to some degree as far as someone else's vantage point goes. I have a Scorpio rising friend that I would see him sometimes, he'd wear his hat, it would be like a baseball cap, but he would keep it so it seemed like often where it would conceal even part of his eyes from a distance, and you would mainly see the nose and the mouth. And I think a lot of this is attributed to Scorpio people being very discreet and secretive. The next sign, Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius is known as the athlete of the signs, and I see Sagittarians people, sun, moon, ascendant, of course, liking outfits that are outdoorsy, so to speak. They may like tank tops, short sleeve shirts, I mean, the weather providing and applicable, that is. Maybe, I guess you could say, replica athletic jerseys, things that are connected maybe with sports, jogging pants, something that's connected with sports and athleticism. And that's how I see Sagittarians dressing. Sometimes they may like the outdoorsman type outfits. And so anyway, the next sign, Capricorn. Okay, the third earth sign, obviously pragmatic and practical. Capricorns, I think, can be very businesslike and professional in their dress, similar to like Virgo and Taurus, very conservative, conventional. Might not be quite as meticulous with the way they dress, but very conventional. And I could see Capricorns either wearing like what kind of business-like attire, or just very casual wear, such as jeans and a t-shirt. And I think it could kind of go either way. It depends on if the Capricorn is in some kind of business or not. Now, if this is a business-like Capricorn and they have executive position. I would see them almost always being very executive, looking very professional in their dress. But on the other side of the coin, if the Capricorn is like a general laborer, you're going to see this person probably in very kind of basic, conventional type outfits, I would say. Now, last but not least, no, not last but not least, next to last but not least, Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is going to be that sign that's going to wear virtually whatever he or she wants. And I mean, it could be anything from something innovative. Some might even have their own real style of dress wear that's very unique. You might even find a few Aquarians that like to make their own clothing. It might be something that maybe was popular in yesteryear from another decade, but they're basically going to wear what they see fit, and they're not going to worry about what somebody else thinks, because, you know, Aquarius is the sign of the rebel and the maverick, and it's going to be somebody that wants to wear what they want to wear, and when they want to do it, even if it contradicts convention to some degree. But last but not least, Pisces. Well, Pisces, I read in one source one time that they may like loose-fitting clothing. I guess that may be true. Loose-fitting clothing, perhaps. Pisces, I've also read that they may like to go barefoot, often when they're inside their home, maybe more so than the average sign. Now, Pisces, maybe it's that ability to float a little bit easier. Maybe that's why a number of them may not like to wear shoes that much, or prefer to go barefoot more than the average sign. But as far as just in general, I don't see Pisces as a sign that's going to be very flamboyant or flashy with what they wear. I could see them wearing aquatic colors, maybe like a turquoise or blue, is what I would see them really, as far as colors go. That would be that thing because that would be the colors that would correspond with like the sea and the ocean. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for zodiac signs and how they dress and fashion. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be continuing my Chiron aspect series. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.